Hey, what's up guys, this is Jack Tiong. Welcome back to the 4th episode of Java tutorial video. In the previous episode, we have learned about the Java variables and data types, and we have covered the definition of both variables and data types, different types of variables and data types, how to declare and initialize a variable, and we have also learned about some of the basic rules that we have to obey when it comes to variable declaration. Now in this episode, we are going to learn about Java operators. With that being said, let's get started. As usual, we are going to begin this episode with a very simple question. What is a Java operator? Java provides us with a rich set of operators known as Java operator is basically a symbol that allows us to perform some certain operations to manipulate the variables. For example, if we were to sum two variables together, we will use the plus operator just like how we have learned it in the elementary school. Java provides us with a set of operators and we can basically categorize them into 7 different categories, which includes simple assignment operator, arithmetic operator, unary operator, equality and relational operator, conditional operator, type comparison operator, as well as the bitwise and bitshift operator. Simple assignment operator is definitely one of the most common operators that allows us to assign values from right side operand to left side operand. Arithmetic operators basically allow us to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, as well as division. I'm pretty sure you can recognize most of these operators except for the modulus or remainder operator, which might be new to you. What it does is basically to divide one operand by another and returns the remainder as its result. One thing that I would like to highlight here is the additive operator. Yes, we all know that this operator allows us to sum numbers together, but it also has a very awesome feature, and that is to concatenate or join two strings together. Other than that, we can also combine the arithmetic operators with the simple assignment operator to form compound assignment. Let's take the additive operator as an example, assuming we have declared and initialized a variable named x with the value of 0. So to increase x by 1, we can either use the conventional approach where x equals to x plus 1, or we can use the compound assignment approach where x plus equals to 1. Well, both of these statements will basically do the same thing, and that's to increase x by 1. The good thing about compound assignment is that it doesn't only makes your code looks a lot tidier, but also appear to be more professional. On the other hand, the unary operators only require one operand and we can use it to indicate a positive value, indicate a negative value, increase value by 1, decrease value by 1, and also to invert the value of a boolean variable. As you can see from the table, unary operators are pretty straightforward, but one thing that we need to take note here is both the increment and decrement operators, because they can be applied before or after the operand, which is a little bit tricky. Now let's take a look at a few examples. In this case, both sides will return the same result, which is basically to increase the value by 1. No issues. But how about this? The value of c from the left will be 14, whereas the one on the right will be 13. Why? Because if the increment operator is being applied before the operand, the value in variable a will be incremented by 1 first before entering the line. Whereas if the increment operator is being applied after the operand, the value in variable a will be incremented by 1 after exiting the line. The equality and relational operators are quite straightforward as well, where it is being used to compare two different operands and the return result will be a boolean value. Java programming language basically provides us with 6 different equality and relational operators, which includes is equal to, not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than, and lastly less than or equal to. Usually these operators are being used together with the conditional statement, which we are going to cover more in details in the later episode. The conditional operators basically allows us to perform conditional and conditional or operations on two different boolean expressions. Other than these two operators, we also have another conditional operator, which is what we call the ternary operator, also known as the shorthand for if then else statement. Don't worry about this for now if you don't understand, as we are going to cover more about the conditional topics in the later episode. The type comparison operator, or more specifically the instance of operator, is being used to check if an object is an instance of a class, an instance of a subclass, or an instance of a class that implements a particular interface. We can see the instance of operator in action when we talk more about classes and objects in the later episode. And lastly, the bitwise and bitshift operators works on bits and performs a bit-by-bit operation. However, this operator is not commonly in use, so I'll just briefly go through each of these available operators. The unary bitwise complement operator has the ability to flip the bits and making every 0 a 1 and every 1 a 0. The signed left shift operator will shift the bit of the left operand to the left by the number of bits specified by the right operand. The signed right shift operator will shift the bit of the left operand to the right by the number of bits specified by the right operand. The unsigned right shift operator will shift 0 bit into the leftmost position of the left operand by the number of bits specified by the right operand. The unsigned right shift operator behaves the same as the signed right shift operator if and only if the left operand is a positive value. However, if the left operand is a negative value, the unsigned right shift operator will shift the signed bit too, thus causing a huge difference on the end result. The bitwise AND operator will copy a bit only if it exists in both operands. Bitwise OR operator will copy a bit if it exists in either operand. Bitwise exclusive OR operator will copy the bit if it is set in one operand but not both. That's it guys, we have learned about Java operators, which is basically a symbol that allows us to perform some certain operations to manipulate the variables. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. If you like the video, be sure to hit on the like button, share it to your friends, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.